Play Differently creates some of the world's most expensive and sought after DJ mixers. Seen in the booths of the world's best nightclubs and festivals, and upon the riders of legendary DJs such as Carl Cox, David Morales, Matador, Dubfire, and many more. In this video, we're going to break down 5 main reasons why these mixers are unlike anything else on the market. Play Differently is the brainchild of legendary audio engineer Andy Rigby-Jones and electronic artist Richie Hawtin. Now, Andy Rigby-Jones started his audio career back in 1992 at Allen & Heath. He went on to design, develop and manage the Zone range of DJ mixers before leaving in 2015 to set up Union Audio. Now, Union Audio, alongside the Play Differently brand, are also the brains behind the legendary Master Sound Radius mixers. Now, Richie Hawtin really doesn't need any introduction. Known the world around for his electronic sets and pushing the boundaries of technology, Hawtin first met Andy Rigby-Jones in 1999 when the pair collaborated on some special editions of Zone mixers designed to help Hawtin push his sets that level further. Built in the UK by Allen & Heath with an all-metal construction, these mixers feature a purely analog design and include components and technologies usually found in higher-end studio mixing consoles. Now, the end result of this is unrivaled sound quality. Whether you're playing on a small sound system or on a main stage at a festival, there is nothing that comes close to the sound quality that these mixers produce. Now, although you cannot connect a laptop directly to one of these mixers, Play Differently have included a D sub connection in and out. This allows balanced audio to be sent to high-end sound cards, allowing the Play Differently to be used in a variety of ways, not only in the DJ booth, but in professional recording studios as well. Take one look at any Play Differently mixer and you will instantly recognise that the EQ section is unlike anything else on the market. Replacing the traditional low, mid and high 3-band EQ system found on other mixers, we have a low pass, high pass and a sculpting section. Now, what this allows the DJ to do, say if you want to remove the kick drum from a track, traditionally on a 3-band EQ you will turn down the lows. Although this will take out the kick drum, it also affects an entire third of the frequencies in any given track, meaning that vocals and instruments will sound different as their frequencies are completely taken out. The sculpting section on a Play Differently mixer allows a DJ to hone in on a single frequency band and then either boost it or remove it, allowing the rest of the track to be unaffected by this change and allow a lot cleaner of a mix. Now, if the DJ does want to make a more sweeping change affecting more frequencies, there are the low pass and high pass filters built into each channel, and these are resonance free, meaning they will only take away sound and never add that weird resonance that you get in most other DJ mixers. So the best way for me to show you how this unique EQ system works is to get some music playing and see it in action. So up here we have the low pass filter. If you turn this about halfway, takes all the highs off just like your traditional 3-band EQ high control would do, and if you go all the way to the left, it takes the mids out as well. At the bottom we have a high pass filter. This, when turned halfway, will take all the low end off just like a traditional 3-band EQ would do with the low knob, and then again if we push it all the way to the top, we'll take the mids out as well. And then you have the sculpt section in the middle. So the sculpt section is divided into 2 areas. We have the frequency we want to control, and then we can either turn that frequency down or turn it up. So if I try and grab the kick drum here, I can turn it off, or I can turn it up. Alternatively, I could try and grab that piano sound, turn it down, leave it as normal, or turn it up. Unique to Play Differently mixers and found on each one of the channels is a dedicated drive control. This drive control allows the DJ to dial in when the preamplifier will start clipping the signal received on that channel. What this means simply is that the DJ can dial in distortion on purpose to help boost a signal up and create that big room sound without ever having to redline the mixer. Great for unmastered tracks and vinyl rips. You can use this to boost the sound of lesser channels, or alternatively, you can just get that real big room sound without ever having to damage the speakers or the club's sound system. So to give you an idea of what drive sounds like, if we get the track playing, at the moment I have no drive applied whatsoever. As I start to dial up the drive, when the input limiter starts to be activated, it starts clipping that signal that's being received, you'll see the red light starts to flash, and then we can turn that off even further to add that massive distortion onto that signal. So to give you an idea of what it sounds like, this is at full, this is off, full again. Being analog in design, the PlayDifferently mixers don't actually feature any internal effects at all. Instead, they feature two send and return channels, allowing the DJs to connect their own effects hardware. Now, any of the channels on the mixer and the send and return channels can be sent to a master filter section, which allows the DJ to control a high pass and low pass filter with resonance control. This allows the DJ to customize the setup of the mixer, adding or removing effects with their own hardware as they wish, with no detriment to the amazing sound quality offered. And there we have it, 5 main reasons why the PlayDifferently mixers are unlike anything else on the market. Now don't get me wrong, these are very expensive mixers, and they're not designed for everyone. They're designed for a certain type of artist who wants to really hone their sound. Unfortunately, because of the price point and the exclusivity of these mixers, you could go very far in your DJ career and never actually get to play on one of these. But if you do get the opportunity, I do recommend that everyone at least has a go on one of these. They are so much fun to use. And although it can look a bit daunting with all the switches and buttons and dials, once you get your head around how that EQ system works, it's incredibly intuitive and sounds unlike anything else. It really is a pleasure to mix on these mixers. If you've learned something new about these mixers, please do give us a thumbs up on this video. It really does help us out. And let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Are these mixers something you aspire to play on, or is something like this just completely not your bag? Let us know in the comments below. Take care, and I'll see you in another video sometime soon.